Howdy partner, welcome to this video about life enhancers. Are you bored with your everyday life? Is it boring, stressful, and just not interesting and not really getting you in the mood to get things done, as they say? Well, I have a solution for you. Life enhancers, everyday things you can add or sprinkle into your life to give it a bit more flavor, a bit more zest. Life enhancers are a great way to make mundane into entertain, right? Okay, but what are they? What are the things you can do in your everyday life to make it more exciting? Well, I got news for you. We got drugs. Now, some people, they say, don't do drugs, they will ruin your life. Those people are only talking about the select few that overuse it. I mean, it's not really a select few since we have an opiate crisis, but if you stay online with the correct drugs, it can really add a bit more flavor to everyday experiences that would otherwise be like moldy, stale bread flavor type. Now, what kind of drugs should you do? Well, I'm not a doctor, so I don't hold any responsibility for any of your actions. But if I were to recommend drugs, I would research into cannabis. If it's legal, cannabis. I've been recently getting into good old cannabis, and it's really just get the blood flowing and getting me to feel happiness again. Isn't that just a wonderful gift? Happiness. We all want to feel happiness, right? And now this effect isn't just short-lived. No, you see, it bleeds into my everyday life where I'm starting to feel joy in moments where I'd otherwise not feel joy whatsoever. Okay, now the other thing I recommend, but do it legally, is mushrooms, right? Mushrooms. I can't speak highly enough of them. There is plenty of research to indicate that psychoactive mushroom products are not addictive whatsoever, and that's very tough to overdose. So they're pretty safe to use, right? Just use them responsibly, right? Cannot hammer this point enough. Use it responsibly. Don't use it to just like self-medicate too often. Just sprinkle it here and there to just add some zest when you really need it. Right? Just make sure you're self-aware and don't become dependent upon these. But microdosing, right? It gets brain juices flowing and you feel it, right? It's not a big high, right? There's a difference between getting high and just getting revitalized, right? When you're on cannabis, you get high, but when you're on mushrooms, you just get groovy, right? Okay, the next thing I recommend doing is music, right? Now, for me, I used to be a ascetic, right? I wanted to be present with my everyday self and not need distractions. But to get over my YouTube addiction, right, I need to find other distractions in my life. And music is one of the good things that I've been integrating in my everyday life to you know, get the grooves going, right? Now, music is super easy, barely inconvenient thing to use. It's on everybody's phone. It's pretty much free. You just gotta listen to a couple ads if you don't pay like YouTube or Spotify Premium, right? Now, I've been using music on my nature walks when I'm doing mundane things like research, right? Music, can't speak highly enough. Choose some good grooves. Don't listen to downer songs. Get something that makes you feel good and Yeah, don't listen to sad music when you're feeling really sad. It really, when you're doing that, it just hammers the point home that you're sad. And if you do that too often, then that's bad. Okay, next point. Good company. We all need people in our lives, right? It's so tough to meet people in this modern life, right? Everybody's on their phones texting and don't want real connection face to face, right? Well, let's break that boundary, man. Let's get connected with people, right? Go to community groups. I'm not a Christian, I'm agnostic, so I'm open to any interpretation of reality. Uh, so I've been going to Christian groups, even though I'm not a Christian, just because the one thing that they do well is having good company, spreading love, kindness, and just meeting people. That's something that a lot of non religious people don't really have. They don't really have meeting centers to bring everybody together, right? So get some good company in your life. Do your research into finding ways to get yourself out there and making new friends, right? Okay, good company. On to the next point. Good food. Now, this talks about both the delicious and the nutritious, right? And if they're both the same, even better. You need to find good food in your life, right? I'm a nutritionist. I know about food. I just don't know what to pick for my food, so I just make smoothies, delicious smoothie. God bless them. Uh, so just find some good food in your life, right? What I did before, I'm not sponsored, but what I did was HelloFresh, right? Now, HelloFresh, they send you boxes of pre-made cooking kits, right? They're not all going to work out, but they're a good way to find nutritious and delicious food, right? Because you want whole foods, right? The less altered it is, the better generally, right? So less altered, better. Plant-based, better, right? We all need to eat good to feel good, right? We are what we eat. Okay, next point. And last point, playtime, right? We need to have some playtime in our lives, right? Find some way to just mess mess around and have fun, right? So one thing I've been getting myself into is basketball, right? You don't need anybody to play basketball. All you need is to have the determination to shoot this ball into the hoop, right? That's all. That's the whole motivation, or trying to do funny bounce tricks, right? So just whatever thing you can do, uh, find something you can play with. Like when I didn't have a basketball, I bought these styrofoam balls, and I would just chuck it. I just chuck it along the wall, bounce it back and forth with myself. That was fun. It got me engaged. It got me thinking. Right? You need ways to be engaged with yourself, to just get your body moving, flowing, get your mind grinding down, right? In a good way, not feeling exhausted. So these are the life enhancers that I've been using in my everyday life, right? Life enhancers. You need to find ways to enhance your life, to make it less stressful, just make it better, give it more zest, right? That's all you need. All you need right now is just to find enhancers in your life. All right. Well, this has been my TED Talk, and I hope you'll see me in the next video. And stay frosty. Cheers.